Good morning, people. Monday morning, complete change in the way that I am going to run my companies going forwards. Okay? This is the start of something completely new. We have my property developments, we have my education, we have my sourcing company, we have my mortgage company. These are the things that make us great money. Again, a great money maker, but I need to grab them all by the scruff of the necks, and I need to get them up to the level that I want every single person in my organisation performing to. Stick around and watch this unfold. The investor list today. Have you gone through it already this weekend?
Yeah.
How many are on there?
29.
They're all checked by me, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I've made calls to all of them, vetted all of them. Those 29 have those funds available, what they say they have.
Correct.
Okay, are you going to put a system in place in order to send out the deals that they need? Or are you just sending deals to everyone on a broad?
No, I think it's more
which way?
We've got all the details surrounding what exactly they have available, what they're looking for, and then as soon as then opportunities come available, then we can go directly to them and we can put together a presentation to make sure everything looks good.
But are you sure that it's not wise as well just to send some of the opportunities that might not suit their criteria, but it might open their eyes up to, oh, okay, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So people who are looking for, blocks,
Yeah.
blocks of apartments or blocks of self-contained units or studios, maybe if you sent them a HMO, it might be like, okay, look at the numbers, look at the area, that might work for me actually.
Yeah.
So you're broadening their horizons and you're giving them more opportunities, because if we just focus solely on what they ask for, which is what we will do, but also saying, listen, I've got another opportunity, just making a phone call, I've got another opportunity, it's a little bit out of what you usually do, but do you want to have a look at it? So you're giving them the option and you're not spamming them. Because if we keep sending the same things to the same people over the next 6 months and none of them pick it, and we're not giving them other opportunities, because remember, some people don't understand what other opportunities are out there. So it's our job to show them. So with these 29 people who are on the private investor list, it's our job to make sure that we give them the best service that we possibly can. Agreed. You definitely need a separate number for your personal number because it overtakes your life. And if you want to switch off and you want to have an hour or two where you don't want headache or drama or stress or, well, you might not want to make any money for them hour or two.
Yeah.
No, that's supposed to be no, I want to make money all the time. Say you've got to go and see the missus and you've got to go and do something, then 100%. But you do need a separate phone number.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. I can get that boxed off this week.
Yeah. So Walsall is going to become an Article 4 area next year. The news is out, everybody knows about it, and the prices of properties that can be converted into HMOs have taken an increase. And the demand is through the roof. So all the estate agents I'm speaking to in these areas are like, Steve, we are inundated with phone calls. Now, does that mean you can't still get a property for the right price? No, it doesn't. It means there's a lot of sources out there who are talking a great game but can't deliver. So a lot of estate agents actually understand this. So the deals are still there. You just have to go out and find them. But make sure you don't overpromise and underdeliver. That's the key. Underpromise and overdeliver, and you will go to that next level. That's what I find all the time. We're on site at one of my HMOs. The only reason we're here this morning is because we're filming ads, and the boys have put it in the diary that I come from my home to here first and we get this sorted. Now, this property is the one where the local authority sent a letter to us to say there's some illegal works going on. And then they came out and they was like, no, don't worry. We know who you are. We know what's going on. It's all good. The reason that no one's on site today is because I am going around my properties in the next 3 days to evaluate probably 16 projects that is going on. And we have a lot of sales going through the company at the moment as well. We've offloaded some stock where the numbers for the returns on the rent is not great. The capital appreciation in the area is not as good as some others. So we've been basically dividing up the portfolio in the West Midlands and looking at the ones where we make the most amount of money and where capital appreciation is going to be awesome over the next 10 years. And somewhere, we can release some equity and we can do some other things with it. So me and Isabella have been doing that this weekend. We also had a lovely weekend as a family. I went pumpkin picking. I went to pasture on Colmore Road for dinner. Guys, 10 out of 10. Very rare I give a 10 out of 10. Very, very rare. But pasture, unbelievable. And now I am going to the Belfry with these guys. So you probably saw, did you catch me speaking to Tom?
Yes, yeah.
You did?
Sneakily, yeah.
Sneakily. There's Tom. So Tom was a student of my university who was showing great things, okay? So he's coming now and he wants to be part of my sourcing division. So we've got Jay and Kev, who are my partners in there, and now we've got this guy who's coming in and he thinks he can overhaul it and do things behind the scenes so we can up the sales through our sourcing company. So I've got a big meeting with him today again just to go through the way that I want him to do certain things. You all know Rich. Well, we've just taken on a new broker in the mortgage company. Her name's Kim. I think you've seen her once or twice on the channel. She's exceptional. That means now Rich can focus on helping me grow the businesses instead of just being focused on the mortgage company, because he'd done 2 years where he was the only person running it. And now he's relinquished some of his duties over to this lady. She's incredible, by the way. And Rich is now concentrating way more on helping me and Isabella grow these companies. Also, Phil, you've been doing some research on the YouTube channel, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
And now it's time to grow the YouTube channel?
It's time to do it now.
It's time.
It's time.
That's what it is. It's been 3 years, 25,000 subscribers. It's time to grow. It's time to put more content and it's time to keep going. Do you think getting started in property is overcomplicated? Well, I'm here to show you which strategy could work best for you. October 26th, I am back in Milton Keynes. I'm going to be teaching you about HMOs, flips, BRRs, deal sourcing, auctions, project management, ground up developments, social media, raising finance, and so much more, all for just £11. So come down to my next accelerator events, understand why the 1% are all in property, and by the time you leave, you will know which way you need to go. Lunch meeting with my very expensive Voss water. I'm used to drinking tap water. That's where we're from. Tom's here. James is here. The man of few words is here. We're discussing the private investor list for the sourcing division and how we're going to get things out to them in a timely manner from when we get the deals, and how we separate the ones that talk shit from the ones that are actually doers. Now, how can we split that? So I have 27 people that we've put on my private investor list. Now, you have to qualify to get on that list. If you want to be on my private investor list and get first access to deals, look at below, there's a link there that feels great for you guys. But we need to, I'm the one that has to assess who talks shit, and then it's his job to make sure that these get out to people fast. Because remember guys, speed and velocity is how successful people work. The ones who are the quickest usually get to the riches the fastest, but that's not the quickest decision makers with no knowledge or education. So you have to have your business on point first before you can make decisions quick, and that is the type of people that I want to work with. So you're going bedroom 5, bedroom, so bedroom 5. Oh no, yeah, but Studio 7 and Studio 8 are kitchenettes, and then bedroom 5, which is Studio 6. So them 3 have got the kitchenettes in?
Yes.
Okay.
You see bedroom 5, are you looking at the floor plan?
Yep.
You see bedroom 5? Bedroom 5 has already got a kitchen in there.
Yep.
And that's recently been put in there, it's brand new.
Okay.
So that one literally just needs an ensuite put in there.
Yep.
The kitchen communal living room that you see, I just found out that could be turned into a room.
Okay.
Because I don't legally need a communal living space for a category A bed sit property.
Okay.
Because all of the rooms are above 10 square meters and they're self-contained, meaning they've got their own ensuite. No, I need it.
Yes.
I need that. Yeah, I do, because bedroom 1, 2, and 3
Aren't. Yeah, so they need somewhere.
They need somewhere to cook. Right. Okay.
So I've got what you've got predicted, right? And I understand it. So you're going to convert the garage, because that garage is huge, isn't it?
The one next to it,
Yeah. Okay. Because I can see the pictures of the garage. You're doing that thing again where it only appeals to, like a certain amount of people. Whereas a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom flip deal is easier to sell in the Midlands. Whereas this is a certain amount of people, but you've got something that's really good. I have a new person on board who I'm going to introduce you to today, who now is managing this stuff. So this will be packaged in the next half an hour and sent out, to my private investor list.
Yes.
So I have somebody with me here now who manages this. That is Chantal. She is one of my mentor students. She has a huge future. She's incredible. She's driven. She listens, she's knowledgeable, she knows what she's doing, but she still needs to just come back in just a tiny little bit. But I don't want to say that to her because I don't want to. She's got this mad drive, which is amazing. But I'll let it play out for another couple of weeks, and then I'll make a decision on how I'm going to handle it, because with this little bit of time that I'm giving her where she's reaching out a bit more, something's going to come. I can see.
Is that a good tip for deal sources to start with just flips only?
Yeah.
Work your way up.
Yeah, so like 2 and 3 bedroom flips. Start with something quite small, because then your market to sell them is quite big. Whereas when you start looking at flat conversions, multi-block units, HMOs, you've got a very small market. And obviously if you've never done anything before, it's quite difficult to get your credibility. It's like right now, I'm in the middle of, I'm negotiating with a guy, literally as we speak. I've got a block of flats in Dudley. Now these block of flats consist of 6 1-bedrooms and 4 2-bedrooms, so there's 10 in there. And the guy that's selling them wants, I think, 1.2 million. Now I've got the guy down to 1 million. That's where the guy's at. But this guy who's with me wants to pay 900,000. So now it's my job to negotiate the two in between. My sourcing fee on this is £50,000. I've got him to 1 million, him to 900, and now I've got to convince both of them to meet in the middle, because 950 is the real number. 950 is the genuine number. 1 million, it's worth 1 million to an investor who's just looking at the returns. This guy's looking at adding value, refinancing and pulling out, so he needs to be at 900 in his brain. But 950 is a fair deal. But I can do those deals because I've been around a decade. I know my numbers, I know my stuff. Normal people who start in the sourcing just need to take the baby steps first. But with Chantal, I really feel that she does have something very special. So I'm not going to rein her back in. I'm going to let it play out. And then I have somebody who wants to work with me. So let me give you a call back. Let me answer this call and let me speak to you guys shortly. Chantal now has a deal.
Yeah.
So you're going to call her now. If she doesn't answer, WhatsApp and text her. And just keep calling until she gets back to you. And then if you need to speak to her about the deal, because what you want to find out is it secure? How long have we got? What end values has she got? What refurb costs has she got? What's this? What's that? What's the area? What's the rentals? You need all this information for you then to assess the deal.
Yeah.
Does it work? I'm at the end of the phone for you to go, Steve, can you run through this with me for the first couple that?
Yeah.
Where you're a little bit unsure. Give it a month, you're going to know it inside out, back to front. I've got all faith in you anyway. Yeah. And then obviously, once you've got all the information down, it's speed.
Yeah.
How fast can we get it out to the people? I don't want to procrastinate and sit on things like we've been doing for like 4, 5, 6 hours. Maybe send it out at 8, 9 o'clock at night. It's not professional. It's got to be in the working hours of 9 till 6. Unless we've got a relationship with the private investor list, as in I know them personally or the friends of mine, I don't want them contacted after 6 p.m.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. I don't want that unless we know them.
Yeah.
Social media's fierce, isn't it, Phil? It's non-stop though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's non-stop. Guys, if you're going to get onto social media and be part of it, be prepared. It's very difficult. Hello. So what we're trying to do now, guys, is we have our private investor list and we're trying to filter out how we cut the crap and get straight to the point. So we get the deal's assessed, it's packaged and sent straight out to the investor, and I want it all done in a period of time that just flows. But the only way we can get that is if we have the right systems and processes in place, and that's why this is important. So an hour out of my day to get this right will save hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of hours in the next 2-3 years. So it's got to be perfect. It's dragged on a little bit, this has. But again, it has to drag on until it's absolutely written in stone and we know the exact process that we're following. We're in Jewellery Quarter, St Paul's Square. It's been a while. I used to spend a lot of time in the Jewellery Quarter. This is where it all started for me. And we're here now. I'm sitting with my website designer. I've got Tom here, I've got Tunny here. My dad's here as well, actually. And obviously the main man, the guy that makes it all happen. Me, and then Phil. We are just going through the new websites I need, the new emails I need. Go High Level, which is my CRM system, guys. If you don't know what Go High Level is and you're looking for a CRM system, I highly recommend it. Now, the reason I highly recommend this CRM system is because I know how to use it. Salesforce, which is what we had previously, we actually had a Salesforce representative who used to build it for us. I still couldn't get my head around it. I didn't like it. It didn't flow, whereas Go High Level flows. I have to leave here in 5 minutes because I have to get back to Hanson's. No, I have to leave here in 5 minutes because I've got a visit with a surveyor and someone who wants to purchase my property and complete this week. Everything today is 100 miles an hour, but it's organised chaos. And I've done so much stuff today. I had a great meeting with somebody called James, who's a member of the Property Circle, who's looking for ways to get into the property world, get out of his 9 till 5. He came down to Belfry, sat with me. So that was a great meeting. My day, literally, at 3:30, is still only just beginning. Oh, look at him. He's beautiful, isn't he? Say hello to Phil. That is Isabella. So what you guys haven't seen today, that is the 6th time Isabella's FaceTimed me from the minute I left the house today till 3:30 right now. The reason she does that is because I work from the minute I wake up to the minute I get home, which is probably about 9 o'clock tonight, 10 o'clock. And Cruz will be asleep. When I left this morning, he was just waking up. So she does it to make sure that I don't miss anything, because you know all these people out there that tell you there's a work-life balance. There's no such thing as work-life balance. You're either in or you're out. And the ones that tell you there's a work-life balance are the ones that aren't in the 1%. They aren't super successful up to the level that you want to get to. There's nothing wrong with having the work-life balance. Nothing wrong at all. But if you're trying to get into that 1%, if you ask any person in that 1%, it doesn't exist. Because it's whatever it takes, and we sacrifice in order for our children to live a life that we wasn't able to live. I don't want my son having to answer to a boss. I don't want my son having to wake up to an alarm clock. I want my son to be able to live the life on his own terms. That doesn't mean I want him to be lazy and I want him to be spoiled. It means I want him to be able to make his own choices when no one's telling him what to do.